Good morning, Web Spiders. Today is Thursday. It's April 11th, 2019, and I am going to start with birthdays because we have lots of birthdays in the web. That's kind of exciting. So happy birthday shout out to Carson Crabb from Mrs. McGuire's class. Carson, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday shout out to James Gregory, who's in Miss Lazelle's class. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday shout out to Luke Gregory from Miss Lazelle's class. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to Aiden Roberson from Mrs. Williams' class. You're having a happy birthday. And happy birthday to Peyton Wells from Mrs. Kinsey's class. We have lots of birthdays in the web. That is absolutely awesome. I'm going to move on to second grade honor roll and perfect attendance. But before I do that, I want to give a shout out to our fourth grade. They are going to the Indianapolis Motor Speedway today on a field trip. So represent the web well, learn a lot, and have some fun while you're at it. It should be a great day. Honor roll in Mrs. Honeycutt's second grade class. These are kids that received all A's and B's on their report card. Jocelyn Adams, Bryson Elston, Dean Genvy, Elizabeth Kepi, Callie Taylor, and Quinn Thompson. Congratulations. These are the kids that received all A's on the report card from Mrs. Honeycutt's class. Zoe Clark, Cruz Elmore, Solomon, Emma Losi, Lizzie Pond, Holly Rader, and Malia Scortino. Perfect attendance for Mrs. Gretchen Honeycutt's class. Zoe Clark, Solomon, Dean, Emma, Isabel, and Callie. And I will bring those backpack charms around to your classroom right after announcements so that I can reward you for honor roll and for perfect attendance. In Mrs. Rector's second grade class, those kids receiving all A's and B's on the report card were Aiden, Nick, McKinley, and Hudson. So congratulations. And in Mrs. Rector's class, kids receiving all A's on their report card, Emily, Dash, Lexi, Kiera, Molly, Julianne, and Kinley. So congratulations on your hard work and effort on your report cards. I have perfect attendance from Mrs. Rector's class. Congratulations to Ian, Dash, Nick, Milo, Cordelia, and Wes. You all were here every single day of the last grading period, and you're going to get a backpack charm for that. Let me see if I have Mrs. Bridges. I may or may not have Mrs. Bridges' paper in here. So let me look through all my papers, make sure I didn't miss it. And I will double check. So Mrs. Bridges' class, for some reason I don't have your paper. I'll double check with Mrs. McLean so that I can announce those at a later time. So let's do a clock lesson. Thank you to Sammy Soper, who always reminds me every day to do our clock lesson. I'm going to move the hands on the clock real quick. Remember that little hand points to the hour and the big hand points to the minute. That's always the first thing you have to determine. So when I look at my little hand right now, I see that it is kind of on the 7. So that tells me it's 7 something, okay? 7 something. So I'm going to go to the top. I'm going to count by 5s as far as I can. And I'm going to go 5. Oops, got to stop. 6, 7, 8. This clock reads 7:08 or 8 minutes after 7 o'clock. There we go. How about responsibility? I'll tell you what. Our safety patrol is being very responsible. They're standing on duty in our hallways. They are reminding kids to either get to breakfast or get to class. They are doing a great job. So thank you for being responsible, Safety Patrol. They're helping you to make good choices and do what's expected. And remember, responsibility is doing what you're expected to do. When you're responsible, you have people trust you. You get more freedoms because people know that they can count on you to do things that you're expected to do. Being responsible can always be a big part of keeping you safe too. So have you been the classroom messenger where your teacher lets you take an envelope to the office or an envelope to the cafeteria? If your teacher is letting you do that, your teacher probably thinks you're responsible. They can count on you to do what's expected. You're not going to get in trouble. You're not going to use a loud voice in the hallway. You're not going to run in the hallway. You're going to do what you're expected to do. You're going to walk, quiet voice, go straight to the location, drop off the materials, and head straight back to class. So let's talk about the restroom for a minute. You have to go to the restroom and your teacher lets you go by yourself. And instead of going to the restroom, You go downstairs, take a lap around, cut through the cafeteria. Uh-oh, is that being responsible? Mm-mm. Responsible is doing what you're expected to do. So if a teacher lets you go to the restroom on your own, you go straight to the restroom, take care of business, wash your hands, and head straight back to the classroom without any detours, okay? So do what you're expected to do and be responsible. At this time, stand and push your chair in, and we'll have a moment of silence. And now let's do our pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Now, tomorrow is the last day that I will have Mrs. Bridges students for announcements. I think we have 3 more kids that need to be on announcements tomorrow morning. And then on Monday, if I could have students from Mrs. Comerford's class come to help me with announcements, that would be great. So we'll just start with Mrs. Comerford's class next week and rotate through our first grade. Let's do our creed. Let's have a thinking Thursday. Let's be responsible. Let's just do what we're expected to do. And again, a 4th grade shout out to have a great time on your field trip, but to represent the Webb well, okay? Make good choices. Let's do our creed. Here we go. I am a member of the Webb family. I take pride in myself and my school. I promise to do these things every day. I will only say positive things about myself and others. I will respect and trust others. I will insist on giving my personal best. I will discuss and listen actively. I will expect and give truth and honesty. I am glad to do my part to make Webb School a place where everybody is somebody special. Make it a great day in the Webb. And as always, make sure you're doing it right.